Vicki Genfan. I play in 34 or 35 different open tunings, and it really takes quite a string to keep up with what I'm doing. In a live show, I may go through 12 or 13, 14 tunings right there, changing between songs. And oftentimes I just explain to people what open tuning is, because not everybody knows. Open tuning or alternate tuning, alternative tuning. Here's a standard tune guitar. And way back when I was a teenager, I started hearing about drop D. So drop D was just taking the low E string and dropping it down to a D. And that was really nice to get that low bottom when you played your D chord, you know, and you could do songs like Love the One You're With by Crosby, Stills and Nash, on and on. Drop D was fun for a while, but I started thinking, wow, maybe I could drop some other strings. And I'd heard Joni Mitchell, and her guitar sounded really cool. She was tuning, so I said, what happens if I just start dropping things? So I came up with just an open D chord. I dropped my A string down to a G. I kept the A there. Dropped my G down to a F sharp, B down to an A, and this E down to a D. And there you had a D chord. And that was really, you know, you do a lot of simple chords and get that real open tunings or ringing kind of sound. So I spent a lot of time just strumming my brains out with this open tuning stuff, really digging it. And that was fun for a while. Well, then I started finding out about these things called harmonics. And I found out you could get these really cool sounds. And I began to work that into this strummy stuff. I was kind of using those harmonics a little bit like a snare drum. So I would play and that was really exciting. I really love those harmonics. Well, at a certain point that got a little boring for me too, and I put the pick down. And I'm a tapper from a long time. I always tapped on things. I bet a lot of you are tappers, you know, just reckless tapping. Well, I decided that I somehow could tap on the guitar, and if I tapped on the harmonics, must have figured it out by accident, but if you tap on the harmonics, now it suddenly puts that tapping to good use, and you don't get yelled at by your parents or by whoever. So I started tapping, and it just turned into this crazy tapping thing where that's kind of my version of open tunings. I just showed you that D tuning there. There's a whole lot more. But that's how I went from dropping a D to dropping all kinds of things, and I couldn't do what I do without the Dario. So thanks for these great strings.